means.
No, I'm the opposite. I have the worst, but that's another story. We're talking about you. So,
See, I told you I talk in detail.
that's good though. I like it. You give us a clear picture so people don't misinterpret what you're trying to get across.
Well, you were talking about before about songwriting.
Yeah.
I think that was the thing. When I first started writing songs, I felt like I was cheating because
This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer.
We don't have to run.
Right.
No, it's better. It sounds better. And it was just like, okay, it's like I could do that in my sleep, and I'm not disrespecting the art of songwriting because I think songwriting, especially when you're keeping in mind music and pattern and how things fit in and all that, I could write songs in my sleep. They just come too easy for me, and I don't feel that it takes that much effort from me. So I started interjecting some of our songs with some poetry.
This is a demonstration of
that's
Ustream Producer.
The poetry.
Exactly. I just find songwriting is very easy.
But I guess maybe for you, but not for everyone. Maybe it's just you're a natural.
I don't know. I think in music, when you're writing songs, sometimes the music itself is more important than the words.
Do you write songs a lot?
I've got a book like that thick at home. Henry and I have enough stuff to do 25 CDs if we want to. We can't seem to finish
This
one.
is a
That's
demonstration
Well,
of Ustream
song.
Producer.
Yeah, it's completion.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it's true. It's been a real education for me learning.
How many songs have you started? Like, do they all go to fruition?
It's hard to say. Some of them now, I was biting off a little more than I could chew for my show here Sunday, and I was going to write lyrics for 3 new songs. I said, I'm not killing myself, but it's a hard thing to do. I think the muse just has to come to you.
See, that's what I feel too. I don't know. Maybe you don't need a muse.
This is a demonstration of
I
Ustream
know
Producer.
For me, they come when you're not looking, and that's when that's when they come out. Like I don't know. I don't think songwriting is so easy for me, but I do think some songs just come like out of nowhere, and those are like the ones I can remember are usually the ones that I keep.
I could be driving down the street and I have to pull over because all of a sudden, I'm like, I have a song.
Right.
and I have to pull over and write it down before I forget
This
it.
is a demonstration of Ustream Producer.
I forget to write them.
Written a song in my sleep, and I would wake up the next day, and if I didn't
wake
up and write it down right away, it was gone.
It's true. I know, and I usually don't write them down.
You're supposed to keep a notebook right by
I
your
do.
bed.
I have it right by my bed, but most of the time I say, oh, I'll remember that.
I wrote the biggest hit song once in my sleep, but nobody would know because when I woke up, I didn't remember it.
Oh,
That was a big hit.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what? There's nothing like the feeling once
This
you
is a
finish
demonstration
the piece.
of
You listen to it
Ustream
the first time,
Producer.
it's going, wow, I created something from nothing, and this is, it's better than any drug, put it that way.
It is, and well, I don't know about that, but I'm not gonna lie. But I know what Henry and I do is
It's
we don't
equal.
eat. Henry and I are starving, and we don't eat, and it's like we're not eating until we get a song, and we'll sit down, and it might be hours. But and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
So let's put this idea aside. But sometimes it's just quick, and it's
This is
great.
a
and you're
demonstration
high.
of
So that's when
Ustream
you go, let's get
Producer.
Chinese. And then we get shrimp and vegetables. It's like we reward ourselves with food.
Well, food is always such
Yeah.
a good reward.
But
And
we
that's
still
why
have
we
those.
reward with food on our show, Today is National Hot Cross Buns Day, and if you'd like to share a skeleton from your closet, that would be cool. 'Cause I think you might have one or two.
Well, actually, Greg did bring up a skeleton that was on Facebook yesterday, and since it's already
Okay, we'll accept that.
he posted Swan doing "Can't Find My Way Home" because he knows
This
that's
is a
one of my favorite
demonstration
songs. Can't
of
Find My Way Home.
Ustream Producer.
And
You get lost a lot?
Well, I told him I actually could not find my way home once, and I was actually in my own bathroom, and that's when I realized it was.
That's when the drugs did kick in.
That's when I realized it was time to make a lifestyle change. that was a big skeleton that I
Wow.
released.
And did you find your way home?
About 6 hours later, when I realized there was a door to get out of the bathroom,
Oh my
and that the
God.
mirror really wasn't some other person.
Wow. Was that scary?
This is a demonstration
I think I
of
kinda
Ustream
dug it.
Producer.
Honestly, that was the problem with me and drugs, is that I never really had a bad experience, and I really liked them. So I couldn't justify for a long time stopping. But,
Right, well.
But then, you grow up and you realize that,
You have other things to accomplish.
once you stop doing all those drugs, then your brain is so up that you need like serotonin uptake things. So because your brain can't kick in on its own.
Yeah, you have to do all the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, drugs really.
So that's why I'm addicted to all that other stuff now.
This is a demonstration of Ustream
The drugs do
producer.
the work for your brain. They make all this good
Yeah,
stuff.
that makes so much sense.
And then your brain forgets how to make it all
But
the
the
time.
drugs can last a little longer, but different.
Well, back in our day, I mean, now kids are like taking ecstasy and dying.
I know, that was so sad.
Wasn't that
What
sad?
just happened?
By the way, if my daughter is watching this, that does not mean you can and you never will. And I'll kick your ass.
Yeah, but our kids are smart.
They rebel against you. So if you were really like a big partier, they're so straight and conservative.
I don't know about that with my kids, but mine
This
are,
is a
they're
demonstration
good. They're
of
good.
Ustream
I love
producer.
girls.
I do too. Anyhow, how do you guys know each other? Because Greg,
Through the amazement of
Facebook?
social media, yes.
yeah, I find that to be so,
Johnny Thunders.
Yeah, actually, Wendy Hughes and CyNDi befriended me because I was doing a lot of things, putting them up on Johnny Thunders' page on Facebook. CyNDi, Wendy, and I met 2011 at Johnny Thunders' birthday bash. We met Sammy Harris
did you
there.
know him?
I met everybody
This
that
is a
night.
demonstration
Johnny
of
Thunders?
Ustream
I
producer.
didn't know Johnny at all.
Okay.
But,
For
met
a little
CyNDi in
guy,
there,
for a
and-
short life, he has such a huge presence in this world. I mean, everybody freaking loves and worships Johnny Thunders.
I like Johnny Thunders. I love a lot of the music. But it was, just a little bit before my time. So I got into the music a little bit later, and and at that
This
point
is
I'd
a
already been
demonstration
so into,
of
to me,
Ustream
Bowie was my
producer.
work. I worshipped Bowie. I worshipped at the altar of Bowie. So while I'm a big fan, of the Dogs.
So did you hear he has a new song out with, I think,
Yes.
Arctic Monkeys or something?
The Arctic Monkeys do something with everybody.
Yeah.
They're gonna do something with us one day. I tell you.
Cool.
Yeah.
With the Sins. So what's going on with the Sins?
We are actually going to Pepe Castro's in about a week to do some recording over at his place.
Cool.
We've got some new songs. I don't know if we're going to do another CD
This
or
is a
not. 'cause I don't really
demonstration
know
of
if people are
Ustream producer.
really buying them anymore. You can just release singles now, and do that.
Yeah, digital.
Digital.
Everything
So-
is digital. I mean,
It is.
Who uses CDs really anymore?
It's true, and
I know.
I think we'll just do that. And
Gotta go with the flow.
Yeah.
And who knows what's next? Microchips? What do you think's next?
they're going to implant them in your wrist.
That's what I think, or you don't even have to. You can just touch it,
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we can drive. We just tell the car where we're going, and it will just take us so you can drink and drive.
I think these kids don't know what
Yeah,
This is a
right?
Why do you
demonstration
think these
of
kids-
Ustream producer.
Yeah.
I don't know these kids know what they're missing. I mean, we used to sit there.
Who
with
cares?
a double gate full of sleeves.
Well, we
and
know.
Yeah,
We
I mean,
know.
I just can't grasp the concept of a
Digital?
download.
There's no
yeah.
art. There's nothing to pull out.
That's
Yeah,
because
we
you're
listen-
an amazing artist.
Well, we
also.
listened to all, I mean, when you bought an album, you listened to every track. You didn't know, I'm going to take this, I mean, it's like they're shopping at the candy
Because
store.
also you listen to that, like that whole side.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you only
This
listen
is
to
a
that side
demonstration
over
of
and over
Ustream
and over.
producer.
And when you hear a song, you know what song comes next. Like that's how we listen. It's different now, and I have no problem with different. I do get attached. I'm not saying I don't to things. I try to go with it, but it's funny to me now how people are putting out vinyl because it's cute, but it's like it's not practical. I mean, it takes up a lot of room.
It is cute.
It's cute,
so
it's
practical.
like a
You
novelty,
integrate on it.
it's
This is a
cool, it's
demonstration
totally
of
cool, but
Ustream
like,
producer.
I mean, you need a turntable, and
They're making them again too, though.
yeah, but they're not the same. I used to love my broken turntable, like
Yeah.
you would know how to put it on the record, like don't touch it, I know how to do it, It's like we all had like connections with your turntable.
And if it's skipped, you put a penny on top.
Yeah.
You do that. But you also remember the skip in every song. Like when I hear songs, I hear the skip, even when I don't hear it. Like
Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
that's
Bowie.
true.
I had a skip on Monkey Dory.
Yeah.
Of
You
Ustream
had a friend at a
producer.
party that you had when your mother was out, and they skipped your record, remember? Because they dropped the needle too hard, or
Yeah.
But see this album?
Yeah.
I can't imagine not having had the zipper to pull up and
Oh,
down.
sticky fingers.
I mean, that was a time in my life when I really wanted to pull that zipper down and see what was underneath that.
Yeah.
That was an important part of my upbringing.
That was a creative. And then even Lady Madonna had her album with, it smelled like that oil, Patchouli.
Oh,
This is a
yeah.
demonstration of Ustream
Which out
producer.
that big double album with the, her big giant album, Madonna. Yeah, what album was that?
I should know this.
The double album, the big giant one, and I think she wanted to put a zipper on it too. But
Why don't I not remember this?
it's the one, like a prayer, like a prayer,
Oh,
like a prayer.
you're right.
Yeah.
I
My friend was in the video. She was the girl that got stabbed. She was like her claim to fame.
When
Exactly.
is Madonna standing?
Oh, when?
This is a demonstration
Wow,
of Ustream
for how
producer.
much?
Well, I was union, so I made a lot of money, I have to say. I did
Good
make a lot
for
of money.
you. Wow. So where did you stand in? Like in movies and?
Movies,
Like which one?
well,
Who's
no,
That Girl?
one movie, Who's That Girl?
I
And then a
guessed
couple
it.
videos, but.
Wow.
yeah.
Good for you.
When you see her running down the street and
It's
the
you?
lion is chasing her, that's actually me.
Yeah.
They made me do that like
I gotta
30
go watch
times.
that when I get
Oh,
back.
it's that girl.
Again, take 20, and I'd be like,
That's so cool. Good for you.
good
This is a
lesson in how to
demonstration
work
of
with your
Ustream
mouth shut.
producer.
It's impossible to work with somebody.
Yeah, I've heard stories. Yeah, I can't. I know. Do you have any good stories?
I've got so many good stories.
You want to tell one?
It's-
She has my mother's birthday.
Well, I'll tell you one. And
All right.
some of my close friends know this one already. We had to sign a release with the city of New York. We were filming in Harlem, and it was before they rebuilt Harlem.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of burnt out tenements, and the roofs were soft from the firemen trying to put them out. And there's one scene where I had to jump
This is
from
a
one roof to
demonstration
the other.
of
and it was really
Ustream
only maybe
producer.
about 4 feet wide from one roof to the other. But there was a little makeshift bridge. And so I had to sign a waiver saying that if I should fall through the crack and to my death and plunge 50 stories, they weren't responsible.
What?
Right. I was a dancer, I could
Right.
So
You could leap.
when I was team 2, so Madonna, Grip and Don would be team 1, and then his stand-in and myself would be team 2. And time is money on a movie set. So when they call team 2, you get where you have to get. And the only way to get from where they held us to the other side
This is a demonstration
was the little
of
makeshift
Ustream
bridge that was
producer.
maybe 2 feet wide. And she just didn't like people. She just really was. She didn't like women. She wasn't like she was very good at like hanging out with the men, but she wasn't. She watches this. I really don't care.
Maybe she's changed.
No, well, she's got
daughter
children
now,
now. We
yeah.
both had our children at the same
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
too. But I had to get over that bridge as fast as possible and get to my spot. And she wouldn't turn sideways. She went like this.
This
and then
is a
her shoulder
demonstration
hit me.
of
And I
Ustream
literally fell back
producer.
and grabbed the rope. And there
Oh,
was
what?
nothing under
She
the
tried
rope.
to knock you
She
off.
tried to
the
kill
way?
me because she knew that nobody would be
Wow.
responsible. I'm convinced she tried to kill me. And so I went up to the casting director. I shouldn't say her name.
Who is it?
I'll tell you later. Because the agency still exists. And I said, she goes, what's the matter? Because I was upset. And I told her what happened. And I'm thinking, that's it. I'll never work again because I just
Right.
badmouth the source. She goes, that fucking bitch. Yeah.
This is a
Yeah, I felt
demonstration of
vindicated.
Ustream
Here, have
producer.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, I've heard stories too. But God bless her, man. She's changed the world, right?
She had her mind fixed on
Yeah.
something that she wanted. She went for the prize and she
And
got
got
it.
it.
I just wasn't willing to do those things to get what I wanted.
Yeah,
So,
like blowjob dancing.
I didn't know Joe could be that intimate at Danceteria.
Right. Exactly.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
You did.
I know. It's okay. He's sweet.
We all know. You live in New York, you know.
This is a
Everybody knows.
demonstration
That's
of
no
Ustream
secret. But
producer.
that's all right. She conquered.
Wait, she conquered.
Yeah, and you were her double. So when are the Sims playing next?
Friday night we're playing at the Clash Bar, and Sunday we're here, right here at us for the
I
big
know.
wedding.
Yes, I heard.
Krista and Johnny's wedding. I'm really happy for them, and I'm delighted to be part of it. It's also Puma's birthday.
Yay! Wow.
So it's a double reason to celebrate.
I know, somebody gave me these sound effects and I'll never get one. So you want to
This
pick
is a
one?
demonstration
Yeah, pick a
of
sound effect.
Ustream producer.
Wait. Of course something breaking is what
That's you in the mirror in the bathroom.
That's me, like, oh my God, get out of my way.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
Well, what's your websites? How do people find you?
You know what? Honestly,
Facebook?
we're on Reverb Nation. I know Frankie would go, oh, get your own website. It works for us. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not real tech. I don't want to upkeep a website.
It's easy.
Everything is on that page. It's the CyND, C-Y-N-D,
This is a
on
demonstration
Reverb Nation.
of
You
Ustream
Google the
Producer.
CyND, Reverb Nation comes up right away. So.
And are you doing any poetry?
I'm always writing. Henry and I, every now and again, we'll be doing this for Alan Rand's photography exhibit.
Yes, October 8th.
Yeah, Henry and I get invited every now and again to just do something acoustically, and we do some pieces together. So that's the next time I'll be doing poetry.
Well, actually, you'll be doing poetry this Sunday with
That's
Laura
right.
and myself.
That's right. Along with the CyNDs, I'll be doing a piece with
Double duty.
yeah. I'll be doing
Nice.
double
This is a
hot cross
demonstration
buns
of
duty.
Ustream
Hot
Producer.
cross buns day.
Today, not Sunday.
Today.
I don't know what Sunday is. But
It's
that's
double,
okay.
double cake day.
Well, there you go. That's right. Well, thank you so much. It's always so inspiring to hanging out with you.
It was fun.
Yes, thanks. We'll be back. We've got more.
It's pain, it feeds, it grieves you.